Welcome to Chisinau, Moldova, here from European Moldova. It's absolutely ready for the European Union. It's the political union Moldova wants and has to join, same as Romania did in 2007. There is not a difference in the situations. There is no reason why we should reject Moldova. Of course there are problems in Moldova, in poverty, the war is close and the Russians want to possess it, but it's not theirs to take, it's not theirs to possess. It's a free country if the people here want to join the European Union. And true, they are divided. There's also people in Serbia who don't like us, and there are people in Macedonia or in Montenegro who don't like, or in Bosnia. Good, it's complicated, but that's why we have the European Union. And all things will be much easier inside the European Union. Because once there is a firm regulatory alignment and there is these opportunities which the internal market brings, and the euro and all the regulatory achievements we have, and also the prosperity which comes along with EU membership, things will be much better. And the problems and the divisions and the issues and the leverages in which Russia can somehow divide countries in order to exploit them, they will be much more or less relevant, of course, with prosperity and with freedom, with security. And that is the magic of Europe. That's the peace project. And that Macron is now rejecting this is utterly disgraceful. And you look, this is a proud country with a proud nation. Why to reject this country and why to offend it in that way? It's utterly disgraceful. It's between Ukraine and Romania. It will be also Ukraine in the European Union, because of course that's why Macron is so against it, because he is a friend of Putin in his heart and in his mind and in his pocket. Yeah? This is the problem still. Despite the war and all this talk solidarity, in the reality they don't want to have Ukraine in. Because they think that's the way to make peace with Russia, is to sacrifice parts of Ukraine. And that's a no-go. That's a no-go. And they don't want Ukraine ever in the EU and NATO in Paris. Yeah? But by the way, they didn't want the Austrians in NATO. They didn't also in the EU, in NATO, we should be actually. But they didn't want any of the new countries. Only Chirac was a bit more reasonable, but only under American pressure. And that's the situation. We have to enlarge these countries, integrate, enlarge the EU, the real political union. And then we can have various processes like CFM, like supervision, like assistance, like also certain aspects that can be somehow excluded. It's also possible. And the voting right can be curtailed, like it should be with Hungary. That's all a possible process. And we have to develop that things. Because if somebody like Orban then drops basically mentally out of the European Union, you have to have a tool. That's all true, and we all should do that. So we need to reform and enlarge. And it was always like this, yeah? We always needed to enlarge and to reform parallel. And that's what we need to do. And it's so logical, I cannot understand. And I'm now 30 years in the debate, and today there comes this young Macron, and he makes such a speech. It's utterly devastating for the people here, and I call for his apology. Thanks a lot. Here, and I hope we will do that. And I will ask many times now on this video podcast and on my other communication channels for an apology from Macron to the people of Moldova. Thanks a lot. Bye. And by the way, it's a very beautiful country. Wow. What's wrong with this place? Nothing. Let it join the European Union. Bye.